All right, have fun.
Bye, man.
Bye. Namaste, Goa Flowers. How are you? It has been some time since I made a video. I think we were in our 2nd week of lockdown, and now we're in our 5th week of lockdown. Yeah, it's a really crazy, challenging, weird time, and what I wanted to do just with this video is just to check in with you and see how you are all doing. So please do share with me in the comments below. I wanted to just chat. I just had the need to chat with you and check in, and I also wanted to share with you a recipe that I've been making for years and years now with baked beans. It's an Indian inspired baked bean recipe that I learned from my mother-in-law Jayati many years ago, many moons ago, and I love it. So I hadn't made it in a long time, but then a few weeks ago I made it again, and I realized how much I missed it. So I'll take you through how I make it, and then I'll just chat a little bit. But let me first get started with the recipe and the baked beans. So normally what I love is the Heinz organic baked beans, but they didn't have that in the grocery store. So what I use is the Sainsbury organic baked beans. You use whatever it is that you have. And then what I do is I add mustard seeds, cumin seeds, and make sure that you rub the cumin seeds before you put it in. I add some turmeric. I use a lot of turmeric. Oh my goodness, it's very good for the blood, so hopefully my blood is quite fresh. And I use curry powder. And you make sure that you mix that into the pan, let the fragrance sort of come out, that helps the taste. And then I add onions and some green chilies or bird's eye chilies. Let that stay in the pan for some time. And I add coriander, or in America it's called cilantro, so the leaves of it. And once that has cooked a little bit, then I'll add the baked beans. I use two cans of baked beans. Let that stay and just let it cook for some time. So that's basically how it's done. It's really delicious, I feel. Just adding all of those Indian spices it's really my favorite. Indian cuisine is my favorite. And they're healthy. It brings on just really nice flavor. It would be great if you try it and you make it. Of course, make sure that you omit the chilies if you don't like it very spicy. And if you don't have like the mustard seeds or the cumin seeds, or you just have one of each, you can just add one of them, right? And I mean, that's the lovely thing about a recipe, is you don't have to follow it exactly to a T. You can add, you can take away, and really make it your own. Follow your own flow. I have been cooking quite a lot. I really have been cooking a lot and been enjoying it a lot too. What I made recently was this pea soup by Nigel Slater. I never made anything by him actually, and it is so good. I'm going to add the link for the recipe to it in the description box below. I added it to my Facebook page, but really an excellent soup. So I'm actually going to make it again today. That's how much I loved it. So other than cooking, what I have done a lot is studying. I've been taking quite a lot of online courses to add to my knowledge or just like brush up on my knowledge. I'm almost finishing a restorative one, which I've really enjoyed. I learned so much from that course. I've taken a yoga nidra course just for my own practice, not for like a teacher training one. And then I'm going to be taking a course with T.S. Little, who's an American, and that's on the lungs and the throat chakra. Very excited about that. And then I'm starting a 7-week course on the entire history of yoga, with a lot of teachers from the SOAS University, where I'm also studying Sanskrit. So I'm continuing my Sanskrit. So we are doing it online now. That is just really so amazing. I love it so much. It's really challenging. I'm in my 3rd term, my 3rd semester of level 1. So far, I know the Sanskrit alphabet. I can read Sanskrit. And I'm learning a lot of grammar, which is really challenging for me. The grammar is very challenging. So I'm kind of like lagging along a little bit. I feel like I'm a dial-up modem. But I'm learning so much, and I definitely know much more now than what I did when I started in, I think, last year of September or close to October. What I have to practice more on is the pronunciation, but you know, one step at a time, and I'm really proud of myself. So I've been doing a lot of learning. I've been spending this time on that. I'm back at writing my book, want to finish my book, yes, and as I keep going back, you know, I realize, God, I have the entire book right there, but now I've readjusted it a little bit. And for those of you who don't know, I'm writing a book on the moon phases and yoga. I always call it the Moon Phase Yoga Book, but that's not the title of the book. It's a different title. And I'm not going to share with you what the title is now, but I can't wait for this book to come out. Yeah, so what are you guys reading? I mean, honestly, I have not been reading that much lately. And I was thinking, why haven't I been reading more? And I think the reason is that I tend to like to lie down on the sofa and read. And because of my back, my herniated disc, I'm not able to lie down on the sofa because that really hurts my back. So I think because of that, I have not been reading a lot, like especially during the day. So I mostly lie down in the bed to read at night. And the book that I'm reading right now is called Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. Have you read this one? I think it's pretty good. My husband read it first, and then I'm reading it right now. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. All right, my lovelies, I think that is basically it. Just a little bit of a chat and let you know how I'm doing. I have been getting some requests from you, and I'm going to see if tomorrow I can make a video that was requested, which is like a sort of a relaxing hip opening, hamstring opening one, and I think I'll call it like a chillax stretch for hips and hamstrings. So you can look out for that one. I can't call it restorative yoga because restorative yoga is not about stretching. So it's not going to really be a restorative yoga practice or a yin practice, because I don't have any training in yin. So I think that I'll be fine calling it a chillax. Chillax. What do you think? Let me know. All right, I'm going to show you how this baked bean situation looks like. It smells really, really, really good here. Well, this is the beauty. Oh, it's been cooking a lot now, so it gets a little bit stuck, but You just move it around a little bit. Ah, doesn't that look good? So good. Bon appetit. So I hope that you guys are well. Let me know how you're doing. Seriously, let me know. If you're finding this challenging, if I can help and support in any way, please do let me know. If it's just a chatty video like this or some kind of a practice. But you know, for the last few weeks I just have not like had it in me to do anything, because I was just feeling, I don't know, like even though I'm not like super affected, it's affecting me on a human level, and that's just how it is. Very, very challenging times indeed, but like we have to just try to find some kind of joy, try to find something that can, you know, keep our spirits up and keep our mental health, you know, as much in check, you know, as possible. And that's what I try to focus on. All right, my lovelies, I look forward to reading your comments and hear from you. Take good care and be safe. Mwah.